The Supreme Court judgment to demolish the twin tower of Supertech Emerald Court has come as a ray of hope for home buyers across the country. The home buyers at the mercy of the builders. In a market where builder can make any changes in the project, any housing project can be compromised as and when the builder feels so, in connivance with the local government authorities. This one judgment has raised a fresh hope. Consumer rights activists, home buyers, lawyers, everybody has hailed this judgment. The reaction within the built environment of the real estate community is very uncanny. It's very deceptive. They are trying to dismiss the malpractices in housing market, saying that this has been a pre-RERA reality. A ground reality is just the contrary. Has the housing market evolved, reformed after implementation of RERA? Definitely not. Builders have now devised their own ways and means to dodge even RERA and various other forms of litigation. What I find of late is that the builders are forcing the home buyers to give prior consent, something that was not the case with Supertech Emerald Court Twin Towers. Now most of the developers, while giving possession, force the buyers to give a pre-consent letter that they can make any changes in the FAR or layout, or they can have another tower or additional floors. Can the home buyers refuse to sign on the dotted lines? If you do so, the developer will deny you possession. Most of the Indian home buyers under the dual burden of rent and EMI compromise. By the time one or the other home buyer challenges it before the court, the builder already has the consent of 2/3 of the home buyers. This is how the Indian market operates. So to say that what has happened with Supertech Emerald Court Twin Tower was a pre-RERA reality would be just factually incorrect. Why is this happening? This is happening because there is a concept of purchasable FAR. A builder, after having got the sanctioned layout, can purchase additional FAR from the local development authorities. So long this concept of additional purchasable FAR exists, the builder can make any changes in any of the project. The Supertech Emerald Court judgment will not act as a future deterrent. This is just a one-off case. Of course, it has brought cheers across the country. Home buyers have a fresh hope. Real estate analysts are calling it a landmark judgment. Activists are assuming that in future this judgment will help them. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court judgment has raised more questions than it has answered. The Supreme Court judgment has only touched upon some of the grey zones. It has not addressed the pain points of the sector. What exactly is the pain point of the sector? Practically, there are three grey areas why Indian real estate market is such a shady market, such a fly-by-night market. One, of course, is that there is no entry barrier in this business. Anybody with an access to cartel of black money can enter into the business of real estate. Even if you don't have any proven execution capabilities, you can become a builder. The second pain point that Supreme Court touched upon was the lengthy and expensive litigation. We all know how the Indian judiciary functions. How many home buyers have the might to contest the builder in a long and expensive legal battle? This is where the developers have the upper hand. Lastly, this is the only business, this is the only product which is your life's costliest purchase, but you are being asked to pay for it even when the product is not even ready. Isn't it ironic? This sell and build model is the genesis of malpractices in the business of Indian real estate. Unless it is converted into build and sell model, the market will not reform. Now, keeping in mind the kind of money that is needed to launch a project, many analysts will feel that build and sell model is not possible. But in that case, when you are asking a home buyer to deposit money for a future promise, should not there be a sovereign guarantee? When I say sovereign guarantee, I am not asking Government of India to sign a bond that your house will be delivered. But at least there has to be some guarantee. The local development authority that has sanctioned the project, there should be a party to it. The banks and financial institutions which have lended money to a borrower, home buyer, for the project to be completed, there should be a party. Unfortunately, there is no accountability in this system. So long the accountability factor is missing, the Indian housing market will remain the same. Supertech Emerald Court judgment is a landmark judgment, there is no denying about. But the fact of the matter is that this is not going to act as a deterrent. This is not going to end the malpractices that we see in the Indian housing market. Unfortunately, no one within the system wants this business to reform. And this is where the housing market continues to be as shady as it was. This is one of judgment which will be debated across the built environment of Indian real estate, but this is not going to change the ground realities.